So welcome to the third installment of the Nuka campaign. I'm trying my hand at a video using my phone. You'll have to forgive me for the bad editing in some places. I've learned a few things, but if you've got any more tips or suggestions, please, if you feel like it, comment below. I definitely need the help. It's the Nuka settlement will be escorting a trader and some Brahmin along this highly contested road. They need to make it to the other side. They will be setting up here, and they will be having to traverse here to the other side, and on either side of the road there will be some raiders. So I've not shown a settlement mode yet. This is my first attempt at filming it. So our settlement's called New Nuka. At this point, I'm just about to do my third mission. I've only purchased one store and 2 maintenance sheds, and I have 3 items which I shall just lay down here, which is the army helmet, the gamma gun, and the combat shotgun. For this mission, I'm going to be holding the combat shotgun back, and I'll be arming Nuka Girl with the army helmet and the gamma gun, and so she'll be setting aside her first zapper. And I am going to draw an explore card. So I actually have 286 caps free at the moment. I just don't know what to spend them on, but I thought, as this is my first recording of this, I would try the listening post, and as you can see, you pay 50 caps to draw and resolve 1 explore card. I'm going to use all my explore cards, which as you can see, there's a lot of them. I'm going to just randomly split the deck there and draw this card. Ooh, Vault 22. After picking up the item on the box, you notice the greenery in the room is camouflaged for a spore carrier. Draw 1 weapon. Either keep the item and leave, or throw the weapon at the carrier as a distraction and grab the box. Discard the weapon, then draw 2 clothing items. What's that? Gears and just, I guess, general items instead. Okay. Let me think. Okay, well, before I draw the weapon, the way I read this is that it's saying to draw 2 clothing, 2 general items, and 2 of the gears, which I think is like mods and stuff, of each. There's no or in between any of those, so I'm going to assume that there's 2 of each. So I'm going to get a weapon deck ready, and I will draw a weapon and see what I come up with, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I've grabbed a general selection of cards. I've shuffled them. I'm going to cut, and I'll just cut again. That way you can see I'm not cheating, and I'll pop the cards all back on and draw an item. It's a ripper. Okay, I think I'm actually going to throw the weapon at the carrier, and grab the box, which is drawing 2 clothing items, 2 junk items, and I guess they're the mods. We'll see what we get out of that. So I'll prepare the deck. So I have a lot of cards, and I've actually got them all in alphabetical order. So I just randomly generated to select out of these rather than put them all into a pile and shuffle and mix them all up and everything. So this is what I came up with. Yeah, well, mixed bag. I don't really have space for the Adam Cat's jacket, which I would like to have. I think that would be great for Nuka Girl with her luck. I don't have a dog. I'm not Brotherhood of Steel, so I can't use the vertibird signal grenade. Admin password is okay. But yeah, well, at least I can get some caps for the alarm clock and pack of duct tape. So the cost of doing the explore, which was 50 caps, well, I get 30 caps back, so it wasn't a complete loss, I guess, or wasn't as bad as losing all 50. So on with the mission, which I'll be with you soon to talk about. So the field is set. We've got our trader and his 2 Brahmin, and our Nuka team with Mr. Handy and Not Sturgis. I think I'm calling him Pablo. Not Mama Murphy. Not the courier. He's the janitor. And Nuka Girl. And they have to escort the trader and his Brahmin along the stretch of road. And we've got some raiders here, and from this side it's Akak, and there's 2 scabbers outlaws, 2 psycho outlaws, and 5 raider outlaws. Forgive me that I haven't painted them. I am getting to it. It's, as everyone knows, it's painting. Collecting is one thing and painting is another, and playing. So I'm getting there. They're getting painted slowly but surely. So Akak comes with the minigun. The Scabber Outlaws have a hunting rifle. The Psycho Outlaws come with 4 Molotov cocktails and a lead pipe. And the Raid Outlaws come with bolt action pistols and a machete. But just to clarify a few things, if I roll an objective on the Raiders AI, they will be we also have some searchables on the field, and I've just remembered I have to place 2 more because I am using the Commonwealth rules, and this is the Wasteland. I believe you're allowed to place 2 more on the field, so I'll do that. And also, because we are using the Commonwealth rulebook, items such as the icebox there, and there's a terminal inside, those type of things are searchable as well. So using Mama Murphy's, or not Mama Murphy, her foresight, I get 3 foresight points, and I can spend 1 foresight point to look at 2 searchables, or 2 items. So I'm going to use all 3 of my points to reveal 6 searchables, items, and I'll get back to you. So using not Mama Murphy's foresight, I've revealed 6 items. I left that one on the road because I guess I'm going past it anyway. There. So it's nice. I'll be able to pick and choose what I want. And not Mama Murphy's second ability is starting the battle with 2 chems, and I have drawn Medex and Berry Mentats, so that's not a bad selection for her. And we have not Sturges, but Pablo, he has a setup ability as well, which is drawing 3 mod cards and keeping 2 to attach to weapons, unmodded weapons. Now I've drawn those, they weren't great. I got Balanced, Bayonet and Spiked. I'll have a think about that and I'll come back. Okay, so I'm going to give the Spiked to Mr. Handy, to his buzzsaw, and I'm giving the Balanced to Nuka Girl's Gamma Gun that she's taken.
So the mission is called NukaFriends. Heading back to the settlement for some much needed rest, the team come across an old weather-beaten trader and his Brahmin. He begs you to escort him through a particularly nasty stretch of road, and in return he promises to set up a trading post at your settlement. The scenario rules are that the objective of the AI is to kill the Brahmin and the trader, and the objective of the trader and the Brahmin is to get to the other side of the table. So on a roll of objective, the AI will solely go for the Brahmin or trader using the standard AI reasoning, and on an attack roll they will attack a settlement model, and if none are in range or in line of sight, a Brahmin or the trader. The AI is placed at orange from the side of the left and right of the board, with distance red from each other, but if there's 10 or more models, then yellow, and the enemy should have at least 100 caps more than the settlers or your crew. So the victory is at a minor victory, which is if one trader or one Brahmin only make it across, then you get a 100 cap trading post. I've missed that on here, but if 2 get across, then it's 150 cap trading post, and if all 3 make it across, it is a 200 cap trading post. And if none of them make it across, then that is a defeat and you get nothing.
So it's turn 1, the survivors have less models on the field than the raiders, so I'm activating the janitor, aka, or the courier, aka the janitor. He's actually going to take a shot at this psycho, hoping to maybe one-shot it. Obviously, Akak is there, but I just want to maybe reduce the numbers so I can get these cattle across. I think that's the way to go, to reduce the numbers, I think, obviously. So, taking a shot. And the janitor starts the game with an anti-material rifle. It's only allowed 1 shot. It's a heavy weapon, I guess. And that is a miss anyway. So now I've just got a movement, and I will move him forward. Raiders' turn. There's 10 raiders. Oh, look at that, number 1. So that's Akak. So Akak rolled a star, which means he's going for the objective. So he's unleashing on the Brahmin. First roll is a hit, and as you can see, I failed to make the armor check, so that's 1 point of damage. second shot is a hit for 2 damage. Oh, this is not looking good. Again, I failed to make the armor check. Third shot is a hit with an armor break, and I failed to make the armor check. Well, I couldn't make one. Brahmin have only got 1 armor. Next. Oh, look at that. Managed to block 1 point of damage. Took 1. And the last shot is a hit, and I failed to block the shot. So that's a lot of damage there. So first shot by the Raiders, and one of the Brahmin have already taken 6 points of damage. Okay, I think I know who I'm going for now. Okay, so I've moved Nuka Girl up, and Akak is in long range of the Gamma Gun, so firing at Akak. Akak has no radiation protection, and I need 7s to hit. The armor break doesn't matter, so it's 3 points of radiation damage. So the next raider up is this psycho, who looks like he's bashing the bin there. I've rolled a bottle, which is objective. Now he's only got a lead pipe and a Molotov, which, as you can see, is quite some distance away. So failing that he can't throw his Molotov at them, he's going to be moving directly towards them. So I'm going to be activating Pablo next. I'm moving him yellow, so it's about there. And then I'm going to take a shot, I hope, at this radar. And sadly, he's out of range. So I will move again, and I'm just going to pop him in behind the wall here. The next raider to activate is this Raider Scabber. Again, he's way out of range. I've rolled objective, so he will be moving directly towards them. I'm going to hold off using Mr. Handy, and the next will be not Mama Murphy, and I'm just going to move her forward.
Mama Murphy's as good as her word, kid. No more chems.
To there, and I'll finish her turn off there. The next raider is the number 7 is Raider Scabber. Again, he's way out of range, and he rolled objective, so his movement is directly towards the Brahmin and Trader. So I activate Mr. Handy, and he flies across to that terminal, and his second action is going to be to try and hack that terminal to get an item. And he rolled a 9, so he fails. The next raider is this Raider Scabber. He's rolled objective. Again, his pipe pistol, which is black, is still too far away, so he will be moving towards his objective. So all the Nuka settlement team have moved, so now it's just moving all the remaining raiders. So the psycho is, I've rolled an objective, again too far away, so we'll be moving towards the closest target, which is the Brahmin over there. Things are looking bad. It's a bit spicy on the first turn. So this Raid Outlaw rolled attack. They're just outside of range of Nuka Girl, so he'll move forward and take a shot at her. So taking a shot, I think centre to centre, I think he can still draw a line through Nuka Girl's centre so she won't gain the cover. So he needs 4s to hit. Oh, hits with 2 armor break. Thanks to Nuka Girl's army helmet, she has 3 physical armor, so she still has 1 armor left. And she rolled a 1 and she blocks the damage. Whew. Okay, the next raider is the Raider Outlaw, leaving the 2 scabbers with the hunting rifles last. He's out of range of the objective, which is what he's rolled, so he's moving forward. And I think that's black is just out of range there. So he's charging into range. Okay, this Raider Scabber is next. I've rolled objective. The Brahmin with the orange barrel is in range. The Mr. Handy Stand is slightly over the line of sight there. So I'm going to give the Brahmin a little bit of cover. The Raider needs 6s. Oh, that's a hit. And with the penalty, actually, it would have been 4s. So he still hits. And the Brahmin rolls a 1, so blocks 1 of those the damage. Second shot. And that's a big miss. So that Brahmin's taken 2 points of damage. So the last Raider and the Scabber rolled objective. He has no line of sight, so he's going to move and then take a shot. He's still within long range and needs 6s. Oh, and he misses, thankfully. So at the end of the turn, the Brahmin and Trader move. Now I think I said at the beginning that they move red. It's actually, on the Brahmin card, it's yellow. So I'll move them up. So at the end of the turn, one Brahmin has taken 6 points of damage already, and the other's taken 2. And that's only the end of turn 1. So this is going to be interesting. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. So, start of round 2, I'm drawing an event. Runaway Brahmin. A harness-wearing Brahmin hurdles across the battlefield. No owner, but dragging with it the remnants of a cart. Dropping a couple of crates. Add 3 items. Red, green and blue in from the battlefield center. Okay, well I'll set those up. Okay, so I've set those up, and now I think I'm going to do Pablo, activate him first, and shoot this Psycho. I think the Psychos, as they get closer, are the most dangerous with their Molotovs, especially considering how close everyone is there. So, shooting at the Psycho. Pablo needs 8s. And he got a quick action and an armor break. So 2 points have gone through, and for his second attack, oh, that would have been so good. But it's a miss, unfortunately. So the Raider Scabber that went last is actually going first for the Raiders. I've rolled objective. He's actually in short range of the Brahmin. But he's got 2 pieces of cover. He's got the barrier there and the Trader. So he's going to need 2s, I believe. And rolled an 8, so that's a big miss anyway. For his second attack, well, that's a 3, that's going to be a miss as well. Just. I'm activating Nuka Girl to take out that psycho there. In close range, she needs 7s. Oh, nice hit with an armor break. Well, it doesn't matter because it's actually radiation damage, so it takes 3 damage. And the second attack is also a hit with nothing else, but that doesn't matter. They've only got I think 4 health, so that psycho there is removed. Dies horribly from radiation burns. So we have this Raider Outlaw going next. He's rolled objective. He's outside of black of the Brahmin over there, so he's going to move forward and then take a shot. Barrier in the way. They normally hit on a 4, but because of the barrier, hitting on a 2. And that is a miss. And that's it for him. So Mr. Handy is going to charge this psycho and he'll get an attack. He's going to take a green. Mr. Handy hitting on 5s. Oh, unfortunately, that is a miss, just. So the moment I was dreading has come sooner than I was hoping. Akak activates, but I'm not sure if this is a good thing. He actually rolled a bottle, and for him that means attack. So he's attacking one of the settlers, Nuka Cola, which the closest is Nuka Girl. The good news is that she's behind cover, so he gets a -2. So I think he's hitting on 5s now. So away we go. So first shot is a hit for 1 point, and Nuka Girl blocks that thanks to her army helmet. Second shot is a hit, and she does not block that, so she takes 1 point. Third shot is a miss. Fourth shot is a miss. And lastly, is a hit. But she blocks it. So she's taken 1 point of damage. Oh, that was phew moment. To move Akak last round, so this round, after he's taken his shot, he's going to move up this way. Give himself a prime position for next round. I'm moving the janitor next. I've already measured up yellow, he gets to here, and I'm going to see if I can line up and hit Akak. So from center to center, there's actually nothing blocking his line of sight. So the crew is actually, the janitor is actually going to take a shot at Akak. Hitting on 6s. Oh, 7 would have missed, but all those negatives there. Gets a hit with an armor break. The rifle actually already provides an armor break, so that's 2 armor break. Akak has 3 armor, so he's rolled a 1. So he actually blocks 1 and takes 2 damage. So I've actually rolled and got the remaining psycho. He's rolled objective. So I guess he's going to break away from the combat to attack the Brahmin. So Mr. Handy will get an attack of opportunity, or a free attack, a quick action attack, not an attack of opportunity. It's a quick action, so at a -2. So quick action, hitting on 3s. It's a big fat miss. So with his second action, the Psycho is going to throw a lob a Molotov, aiming here, and try to get some collateral damage. So needing 6s, throwing the Molotov. Well, that's a hit with an armor break. Just to show how nasty this is, so he's taken a hit. This was a direct hit. And now everyone within yellow, which I think is even Pablo, everybody there is on fire. Happy days. If only not Mama Murphy had taken a drug last turn, Pablo there would have been able to quick action before they got their shot off, and possibly could have taken them out before they threw that. Sadly I didn't, so Pablo with his quick action is going to shoot that Psycho and hopefully just get him off the field. Pablo needs 6s. Well, it's a hit with an armor break, an extra damage. That is going to kill that Psycho, as they only had 2 points left. Survivor's turn. I'm actually going to use a turn. I feel that, seeing that she's that close, I'm going to allow that non-Mama Murphy is going to use one of her actions to put the fire out on this Brahmin here. Her agility is 7. I'm going to use that to try to extinguish the flame, and she rolled a 6, so she's managed to extinguish the flame off the Brahmin. And for her second action, she's going to take one of her chemicals. The Outlaw is activating next. By the way, all the settlers have activated, so now it's just the Raiders' turn. They got objective. They're going to be firing at this Brahmin through some cover. They normally need 4s, they now need 2s. Oh, which they got. Okay. So the armor break gets rid of the armor that the extra barrier provides. So now I'm just rolling. Oh, that was lucky, a 1. So that Brahmin just takes 1 point of damage. For a second attack. That's a 9. That is a big miss. This Raider Scabber rolled a star, which is move. So I guess he wants to. Maybe he'll move towards the barrier here to give himself some cover and I guess a better shot next turn. So he's ready for some point blank shots next turn. Raider Outlaw activates next. He got objective. He's actually within range to shoot at that Brahmin. He's got to go through the janitor, so that'll be at a -2. So he needs 2s to hit. So for his first shot, got a 6, which would have been a good one, but misses. Even without the -2. And the next one, well, that's a hit for an extra damage. And the Brahmin rolls a 3, so it takes 2 points. This raider outlaw activates next. He got objective, he's outside of range, so his first move will be action will be to move forward, then to shoot. So nothing's in his way, needing 4s. Oh, close but no cigar, got a 5. This raider outlaw is activating next. He got a nuke, so he's going to be shooting at one of the survivors, and I haven't put it down, but Nuka Girl actually has 1 wound. I forgot to put it down next to her. So she is the weakest, even though he's on fire. He's going to be shooting at Nuka Girl at a -2. First shot. There's a 6. That is a miss. And second shot. Oh, is a 2 with a double armor break. So she currently has 4 armor thanks to the barricade. Drops that down to 2, so she's got 2 armor. And that's a 3. Actually, I've also forgotten that she's got strong armor, so she didn't take that damage from before. So she now takes 1 damage. So the last raider to activate, which is the raider outlaw, rolls objective. He is outside of the range, so he is going to be moving forward, then shooting. Actually having to shoot through a barricade, so he's at a -2, needing 2s. Oh, well that's a hit. Anyway, the Brahmin gets an extra armor due to the barricade there, so needs to not roll a 4. Takes 2 points of damage. So, at the end of turn 2, it's not looking very good. Both Brahmin are severely damaged. One is still on fire. The trader is on fire. And yeah, there's still most of the raiders on the field. So I'm torn about what to do here, whether I just worry about just getting the trader across and just getting the minimum minor victory, and then going for lots of items, seeing if I can pick up some nice loot. So I don't think I'm going to get those Brahmin across. Anyway, we'll see. And the event for this turn is a Predator's Roar. The death claws don't usually come this far south at this time of year. Hopefully there is enough prey to keep them occupied with no need to roam further. Well, yes, let's hope so. Okay, because of the predicament I am in, I think I'm going to use the janitor first with his shot to take out Akak. I think he's probably going to be able to do the most damage there, so here we go. Oh, that was lucky. So that's a hit. He needed 6s, I believe, but with the minuses there, he's hit. So he's done 4 damage, and there's 1 armor break. So Akak has an armor rating of 3, so that's down to 2. He's rolled a 4. He takes 4 points of damage. He's already got 5 damage, 4 plus the radiation. So Akak is dead. The second activation, he's already taken 1 point due to the fire. He's going to use his agility to put that out. And with that X, I can actually re-roll that thanks to Mama Murphy's ability with, I've taken the chems. Any player, any of my guys that roll an X, I can re-roll. And rolled a 3, puts the fire out. Scabba gets objective, he's within range, he's shooting at this Brahmin. Heading fours. No, luckily that was a miss. Second shot. Oh, 7 again, but another miss. Pablo's going to activate next and take out one of the scabbers. I think they're the next dangerous. He's on fire, so he will take a point of damage. First shot. That's a hit with an armor break and an extra damage. Scabbers have 2 armor, but they've lost 1, so rolling. Yep. So he fails to block any of that. Takes 3 points of damage. Second shot is a hit with an armor break. So if he doesn't roll a 1 here, he's dead. And he doesn't roll a 1, so he takes 2 points of damage. That makes it 5. They've got 5 health. He's dead. Okay, this Raider Outlaw activates next. You got objective. He's going to be shooting at this Brahmin. This is not going to be looking good. This Brahmin's almost dead. Needs 4s. Oh, well, let's see if the Brahmin can block this. Ah, the Brahmin blocked it just as well. Second attack. 6 minus 1 is 5, and he needs 4s to hit. So that's a miss. Activating Nuka Girl next for no other reason. They're all the same here, all the Raiders. I'm just going to go for number 7. Since it's the closest to the Brahmin there. She needs 7s to hit. That's a good hit. They don't have any protection, so it takes 3 damage. Nuka Girl has filled up her crit meter, so on her second attack she gets an extra yellow. It's an automatic hit. Bottles do nothing, but he takes 4 damage, and they've only got 4 health, so the guy is dead. I probably should have gone for someone else. Anyway, I went for the same one, so he's dead. Believe it or not, I've rolled the Raider Scaver. I've rolled another star, which is move. So obviously not happy with that position there. He's going to be moving somewhere else. So I might move him over here on the road there, so he's blocking their path or something. Activating Mama Murphy next. She's just going to be moving yellow and yellow. So this Raider Scaver, sorry, not Raider Scaver, he's a Raider Outlaw, I apologise, is going next. He's rolled a nuclear bomb, so that is actually just an attack. The weakest, well, the person that's damaged that's the closest is Nuka Girl, so he's firing at her. She's got some cover there, so he's at 2s to hit. And he's rolled a 9, so it's a big miss. And for his second attack, that's a hit. And Nuka Girl's probably okay to block this, even on a 4, she's blocked it. Because her armor is 3, but with the cover is 4, so she takes no damage. Okay, the last Raider has rolled a nuke, which is fortuitous, and I guess Nuka Girl is the closest, so he's going for her. 2s because of the, oh well, that's a hit with double armor break. Okay, so she needs to get 2 or a 1, that's fine. That blocks that. And for the second attack, excuse the movement of the camera, I'm just using a phone. Very organised here. Oh, that's also a hit for 3 points of damage. But she gets to roll. And actually blocks it all, because her armor is 4 thanks to the cover. She rolls a 3, she blocks all of it. But he gets a quick action. So the Brahmin have survived that attack, but sadly, with this one being on fire, has 8 health, so it only has 1 health left. So when it activates at the end of the turn, which is now, it actually dies. New round. New event. Quiet. The still air makes activity easier to notice. All reaction skills are at +2. Okay, this round there's only 5 raiders left, I've just realised, so they actually activate first, and I've rolled for one of the raider outlaws a nuclear bomb, which means they're going for one of the survivors. And there's number 9, and the closest survivor is Pablo. Pablo's hiding behind cover, 2s to hit. That's 8, it's a big miss. And the second attack is a 5, and that's a miss. I failed to notice last turn that Mum, I'd actually moved her up to take that item, but I forgot to turn it over, so I'm doing that in retrospect. She's turned it over, it's an item, so now I'm going to roll on the table, on the Commonwealth table, and see what she's found. Here's the item deck table for the Commonwealth Wasteland. I'm going to roll a d20, a 14, and that is squirrel on a stick. Where are we? Oops, sorry. 14, squirrel on a stick. The janitor first, and I'm actually going to take a shot through the Brahmin at that raider there. Hopefully you can one-shot him. So what that X means I forgot, so I have stuffed up once. What that X means is that I don't get to roll again, but I have to do another action first, so that action never happened basically, so I'm going to use that to move him forward. That's his first action, and then I'm going to have a shot. So second action, taking a shot, needing 6s. Oof, 6 with an armor break. So they've got 2 armor. Oh, that's the wrong dice. Alright, roll that again. They've got 2 armor, down to 1 now because of the armor break. It's rolled 2, takes all 3 damage. Okay, bizarrely, I've not seen this before. I've rolled a nuke on the Raider Scava, which is actually 4 back. So that's bizarre. So he's falling back. Activating Nuka Girl next. She's actually going to take a shot at Raider number 8 there. Needing 7s to hit. That's a big hit. Doesn't matter about the armor break. For a second shot, she's actually going to get that Raider as well. Second shot. So she's missed on the second shot, but I can move because I can ignore the X and move, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, this Raider Outlaw activates next. Got objective, so he's going to be shooting, I think. Yep, at the Brahmin through some cover. Raider needing 2s. That's an 8, clearly a miss. And on the second shot, a 7, also a miss. And he's going to actually flame that Raider. He needs 5s. Oh, that's a hit with a nuke. Strangely, the flamer is physical damage, not energy. So he's taking 3 damage, but he has 2 armor. He blocks 1, takes 2. For Mr. Handy's second attack, that's a miss. Okay. This Raider Outlaw activates next. He got objective. He's just going to shoot into the Brahmin. He needs 4s to hit. Well, that's a hit with an armor break. So that's 1 point of damage. And for his second attack, that is a miss with a quick action. Thankfully. I think the Brahmin's only got 1 health left. So I'm going to move Pablo forward onto that. I'm not actually going to do the skill test this turn, but I'm actually going to fire at the wounded Raider. Raider has some cover. Pablo needs 6s. Pablo hits with an armor break. Cover is negated thanks to the armor break. And the Raider rolls a 3. He has 2 protection, so he takes 2 damage. And he only had 2 health left, so that Raider is dead. So for the last Raider, I've rolled a star, which is an objective, so he's just going to be shooting at that Brahmin. 4s to hit, please miss. 8, that is a miss. And the second shot, another 8, another miss, thankfully, because I have confirmed that Brahmin only has 1 point left. Mama Murphy, she's moving over here. I want to see if I can get something. She's going to look at that. And that's a search. So she'll have to do that next turn. So at the end of the round, the Brahmin and Trader have moved up. The Trader is slowly burning away there. But we're almost at the end. And there's only 4 Raiders left. So probably we'll do this. But I'm not, obviously I've failed to get a major victory. And I really haven't picked up much at all. So anyway, that's the way it goes. But I guess getting these guys across safely will earn me something special for my settlement. So we'll stick with it. New round, new event, and what have we got? Heat haze. The shimmer of the heated ground makes it hard to make it out. Hard to make out the targets. Oh shit. For shoot and throw actions, numerical modifiers on effect dice are ignored. Well, that's a bit of a pain in the ass. Anyway, excuse beep. Excuse that language. Okay. Well, it is what it is. And we have a turn there. I think that means I've turned this over. That's what's going to be next. The lightning strikes the ground in several places, explosive and deafening results. At the end of every round, whilst in play, 2 random models are hit by lightning. Wow, okay. Well, I think that's next turn. New round, we have this Raider Outlaw activating first. He got objective. He's out of range, so he needs to move to get into range. I'm not sure if that's going to work, so let me just measure that up and I'll let you know. So he was out of range, so he's moved towards the objective. I'm going to activate now. I'm going to activate the janitor, and I'm going to take a shot through the Trader and Brahmin at the Scabber there, because he's obviously the most dangerous one on the field right now, even though I've been rolling badly for him. So I'm going to take a shot through some cover. I just realised I need 4s to hit, and I don't get any of the negatives. Oh, that's a hit with an extra damage, and 3 armor break. Sorry, 2 armor break, but he gets 1 because of the gun. That's 3 armor break. The Scaver has 2 armor normally, with the cover 3 armor, so everything goes through. He's already hurt. He's got 3 points of damage. He's just taken an extra 4, so he's dead. Now that was a crazy shot. So this Raider Outlaw activates next and got objective. He's actually out of range, so he's going to move into range and then shoot at the Brahmin. So on his second action, shooting at the Brahmin needing 4s. That's a hit with an armor break, and that sadly is all he needs. He got the armor break. He does 1 point of damage. Unfortunately, the Brahmin dies. He's got 8 points. He's down. Takes 9. Brahmin have got 9. Brahmin is dead. I've only got the trader left. If I can get the trader off, I still get a minor victory and get some sort of consolation that I'll have a 100-point trading post. I'm activating Nuka Girl next to take out, well, the last unactivated Raider. Hopefully I can kill him. Nuka Girl needing 7s. Well, that's a hit. Break doesn't matter. That does 3 points. So I'm actually going to leave that 3 points on that Raider. She gets a quick action. I'm going to move her. To take an item. I think she's in range. I'm going to check that. And then with that quick action, when he activates, I'm hoping that she can shoot him. So Nuka Girl moves red, and yes, she is in range to get that item there. So that's what I'm going to do. On the table, what does she get? A 12. Brahmin meat. Lots of... no items, just food. It's alright. So some Brahmin meat. So the last Raider, he rolls an objective. He's quite some distance away from that trader, so he's going to have to move. And as soon as he moves and gets into... well, I can shoot at any time, I think. So when he gets into optimum range of Nuka Girl, she's going to use her quick action to shoot at him. Scav is actually in range of black to shoot the Raider, trader, I should say. There is some terrain in the way, so he's going to take a shot, and then Nuka Girl will fire at him. Needing 2s to hit due to the cover. Well, that's a hit. 2 damage, and rolling on the trader. So he has 2 armor and 1 for the cover, so 3, so he actually blocks everything there. Actually, going back to that, he actually only had 1 armor, so he actually failed to block any, so he's now taken 5 damage. He's got the same hits as the... I just gave him the same hits as the Brahmin. There's no stats for a trader, so I just made him just the same as a Brahmin. So yeah, he's taken 5, he's got 4 left. The girl gets her reaction at -2 for a quick action. That is a hit. Oh, and that has powered up her gamma gun. So she will get a nice juicy shot next round. That also kills that Raider. Okay, Mama Murphy is activating next. By the way, all the Raiders, well, there's only 2 left, have activated. So now I'm just finishing my guys. So Mama Murphy's next. She's going to make a search check. And... oh, there you go. Success. on her first action. So what did she find? Rolling a die on the Commonwealth Wasteland chart. 10. 10 is a pulse mine. Last action, she's going to move forward. Activating Pablo next. He's taking a point for the fire and he needs to make a computer check. His computer check is 8. Making a hacking check on 8. Oh, there's a miss. He'll try again. And that's success. So what does he get? Rolling on the items. 18. Ooh, 18 is a biometric scanner. He's actually going to go for the icebox over there, so he'll make it. That's his first move. Second move, he'll get to the icebox. We'll roll on the table. So rolling on the container terrain, there is actually, where are we? I've lost it. There we go, icebox. So I'm going to roll a d20 and see what we get. So I've rolled a 12 on the icebox. Coming across, that is a beer. So unfortunately, Mr. Handy doesn't drink beer, but I'm sure Pablo or the janitor will gladly have a beer after this. So I'll add that to our items. Forgotten how the turn thing works, and I couldn't find it anywhere without wasting too much time. So I think that is one that happens automatically, and this is turn 6, so this one turns as well. So from beneath some junk, a long forgotten turret starts to return to life, awoken by the nearby activity. Scatter a token blue from the battlefield center. This is a machine gun turret. Well, I have one somewhere. But that's fine, I'll just use a token, which is dormant. The turret is now live. Wow, okay. That die is representing the center of the board. I'm flipping. Oh, sorry, I did flip that. So it's a blue. So we'll just leave the flip token there. That's like down there. So that's where the turret is setting up. I'm not going to go run and grab one. It's actually inside, packed away. So that's where the turret is. And it's quite some distance, thankfully, away from everybody, even the raiders. So I think we'll, maybe Pablo. We'll just let that guy just sit there and he can shoot the next lot of traders that come through this way. Okay, so this raider activates. He got objective, so he's going to be shooting at the trader. There is some terrain in the way, so he's going to need 2s to hit. First attack is a hit with an armor break and an extra point of damage. Whoa, this is going down to the wire. So he still gets to roll 1. If he rolls a 1, which he did, thankfully, so he takes 1 point of damage. Second attack, if you roll a 10, that is a miss. So I'm going to activate Nuka Girl. I'm going to get her to shoot this guy, hopefully finishing him off. Then she should be able to move over and grab that item, hopefully. So she needs 7s. Hitting on 7s, first shot. Oh, Well, it's a miss, but she's got the X, which means that she can move. So I'm going to move her. Red. It's definitely in red, so she's moving across to here. Reveals what that is. Oh, it's a lockpick. Okay, well, she can't lockpick, but as her second action, she's going to shoot this guy again, needing sevens. Sevens. Well, that's a hit. He can't block the radiation damage, so he just turns into a pool of radioactive goo. Goodbye, Mr. Radar. With the last raider, the last raider dead, there's only one raider left and he's already activated. It's my actions on the rest of my people, so I'll do that and then it looks like we'll finish up. So the only person that looks like they can lockpick that's close enough is the janitor, so he's going to move forward and then make a lockpick check. He needs a 6, so here we go. This is the last turn. Needs a 6 and rolls a 6 using the Commonwealth Wasteland chart item deck. I roll a 12, which we've already had before. It's more Brahmin meat. Well, looks like we're going to be eating well. Well, there's 2 dead Brahmin on the field, and we had another one running through the battlefield earlier, so plenty of dead Brahmin around, so that probably makes sense that there's all this Brahmin meat everywhere. Anyway, more Brahmin meat. Activate Sturgis next. He's on fire, he doesn't mind. He seems to be enjoying the warmth, and I'm going to shoot the last raider. First shot needing 8s. Well, there's an 8 with a double armor break, so that's 2 points through. And second attack is a hit again with a double armor break again. That's another 2 points. He only has 4 points, so he's dead. All the raiders are dead. With all the raiders dead and the game virtually finished on turn 6, I still have 2 movements to go. That's Mama Murphy and the Mr. Handy. I'm going to move Mama Murphy up to here, so she gets that item. What is it? It's blank. Of course it is. Okay, I have a few choices here. I have the terminal, the toolbox, or the dumpster. Now, cheating a little bit, I've looked at what each of those items provide, and the toolbox is potentially the best one. So, moving Mr. Handy, I can get him to the door, and then clearly I can get him through to here, which I can't fit actually. Oh, well, there he goes, he's in there. Anyway, he is next to the toolbox, and I shall roll on the toolbox chart. So rolling a 13 on the tool cache, I get a fire extinguisher. So it's now the end of the round. I've moved the trader up, so he's in the zone, so he's safe. All the raiders are dead anyway. He's still on fire. He's on 7 of 9 hits, but as the last thing to do, we have the lightning storm, which happens at the end of each round. There's 6 figures left, so 2 random people get hit. Now there's only 6 left in the field, and they're all friendly, so this is going to be bad for everybody involved. But I guess the main one is going to be the trader. So the trader, I'm going to say, is number 1. So I'm going to roll a die, and if it comes up as number 1, the trader gets hit. It's number 5. Number 5, so it didn't matter who, because no one, the only other person who can potentially die, and they didn't then, would be Pablo, who I'd made number 6. So 1 trader, 6 Pablo, and see what happens. Oh, 6 Pablo, okay. So what happens to Pablo? It's a bottle, and he takes 2 damage. So he's up to 6. I think Pablo has 7 health. So he's just been struck by lightning, and he's on fire. So poor Pablo has just been struck by lightning and he's on fire. He's just taken 2 damage, so he's on taken 6 damage total, 1 health, but that is the end. We are done. We've made it through. 2 Brahmin dead, so it's a minor victory. And the settlement will get a trading post thanks to the trader making it through, but it will only be a 100 cap trading post, which is better than nothing. And we've got a few items to go through, so I'll sort all that out. And there's a few things I want to raise on here, so I'll just get those things, and hopefully if anyone is watching this, they can look into that and maybe give me some feedback. So the thing I wanted to, the wind. So the thing I wanted to talk about was the terrain pieces here. 2 things. Number 1 is I was using some junk barricades, and I did not use the stats there, where it was saying that instead of the normal 1 armor, it actually provides 2. I didn't actually read that before, so I'll remember that for next time. But the main thing was the car information there. It says use content of cars rules on page 6. So if you turn to page 6, if you have the Commonwealth book, and there's page 6, it talks to you about cars. And really just tells you about them exploding. There's actually no item content role for them. So if I've missed something, if there is not meant to be an item table for searching cars, please let me know. But it indicated in the terrain piece there that there was. So post-battle, I've decided not to keep anything that we found, which was the extinguisher, the beer, 2 lots of Brahmin meat, the squirrel on stick, the pulse mine, the biometric scanner. So I'm selling all of that. That comes to 88 caps, adding that to my 256 caps that I still have, and that gives me a grand total of 344 caps. So I'll have a look at the settlement sheet, and I'll decide if I want to purchase anything there. Because I had a minor victory and got the trader through to the other side, I do not get any caps for the minor victory at all. But what I do get is a 100 cap trading post. So I'll add that to the settlement, and yeah, I'll see you next game. Thanks very much for watching. Please leave any comments or observations in the comment section below. If I've done something wrong, please let me know. And yeah, thank you again.